Everybody, I'm Live's Nick Baumgartner here alongside Brendan Quinn at Chrysler Center. Michigan with another embarrassing loss at home, 89-73, I believe was the final score, although it was a 30-point game. Michigan State was up 30 with like 2.5 minutes to go. This was never close. Michigan was punked again on its home floor. Earlier in the week by its second biggest rival, today by its biggest rival. What do you make of this?
I would say they've kind of showed what they are in an NCAA tournament kind of situation. You know,
hierarchy.
Two elite teams, two high-level teams that can make a lot of noise in March, which came in here and showed Michigan what a team in getting ready for March looks like.
Yeah.
Michigan's not ready to play at that level. You know, I don't care if they are making threes. I don't care if they're not. They're not ready to battle with those teams right now. And I'm not sure what has happened since Maryland.
Yeah, that's the question.
This is a team that plays flat-footed, lax defense. Transition defense is horrible. Communication looks like a major issue. Ball movement is pretty poor. You know, they're not making the extra passes like they were not too long ago. Duncan Robinson, a team Shapiro have figured out some stuff with him defensively. Derek Walton and Zach Irvin are not playing at the level they need to play at. And as of now, this is what this team is. I don't think this is a slump. I don't think this is a measure of, you know, a group that's trying to figure some stuff out. Mm-hmm. Right now, this is a team with a low ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the other part of it too is in these games where emotion is a big part of it.
Yeah.
Where one team always comes in and looks like it's ready to go. Michigan had what had happened to it on Tuesday to Indiana, and then, you know, you talk to all guys like Arby Doc and Zach Irvin, and they'll tell you first 5-6 minutes of the game we couldn't match their intensity. That to me doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because if you're Michigan, you're playing Michigan State in the recent 7-8 years, whatever it's been, unless they've got 3 or 4 NBA lottery picks on their team, they lose every time because Michigan State's always ready to go to the nth degree with the emotion. Michigan never is. Beilein, that's an approach, right?
Yeah.
That's how he approaches it. Does that have to change at some point? I got to think it does.
I'm not sure how to categorize what is a team taking it personally, what is not a team.
Well, I think we saw it today.
Talking with Derek Walton Jr. yesterday,
yeah.
He was saying all the right things.
Right.
He was saying, you're going to see how intense we are about what happened against Indiana. Tip off tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Well, if that was how intense they were, they let up a 26-6 run. You know, after jumping out to a 5-3 lead. They just said they have no answers, and it kind of gets back to what we talked about before. You know, what do they do when things go off the rails? They have no. They got
panic.
They got no darts.
Or they lay down.
They got no darts.
Yeah, and I asked Dawkins because he'd said, well, Michigan State made a lot of shots and we had some good looks and missed them, and I said, well, are you guys getting into this habit where if you're missing shots, you guys just say, well, to hell with defending? Mm-hmm. And he kind of looked and he was like, yeah, we do that. Yeah. And that one I don't get. But again, I just, maybe this isn't a very good team. I don't, maybe they can get in the tournament, but maybe they're not, a team that's.
But I asked John Beilein right after.
Team. Mm-hmm.
There's a couple weeks left, with or without LeVert. How much can you actually? How much better can you be? And he flat out said, we can't compete with an elite team right now unless we are making some ungodly amount of
unless they're
threes.
shooting 70%.
So, okay, well, where do you go with that? I don't. That's not a good answer. I mean, it's a good answer in that it's the truth, but it's not a good answer for what lies ahead for this group. I don't think, at least. And looking ahead a little bit here, I go on the road against a team that's winless in the Big Ten. Has taken a couple decent teams down to the wire, and you got to go play in the barn, which is a hard place to play. It's going to be a night game in Minneapolis, a late tip out there. It's a dangerous game. Yeah. You lose that game. Now this thing goes from sliding downhill to going close to the edge.
That's the biggest concern
of what happens, because then it's Purdue here,
right?
And then you got a trip to Maryland. You've got Ohio State. You got to go to Kohl Center.
Yeah, the biggest concern for them right now is I'm not sure that they have a player who can pull them out of the fire.
I don't think so.
And obviously the Caris LeVert update today was that he did 30 minutes of basketball workout, but isn't in shape. And
didn't sound like he was in any way close to being
sound like he's close to coming back right now. But again, Beilein said it best too. Caris could have played today at full health. They probably still would have lost. Yep. Unless Caris scored 60 or something like that.
Unless he was guarding all 5 guys.
Yeah. So that's the biggest question now is, not to ramble too far on, but
Right.
do they have a person on this team, Levert or otherwise, that can pull them out of the fire when everything falls apart? Because the really good teams have that, and everybody else does not have that. And it's looking like they don't have that.
No, I would say no is my answer to that question.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Sure.
Michigan back on the road at Minnesota on Wednesday, and then at home for Purdue on Saturday, right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
you got it.
So that'll do it from here. We'll talk to you guys this week on the podcast, I'm sure. And for Brennan, I'm Nick. We'll talk to you later.